Hey, Yo Soy Bimbo Bob here, and if you remember from the end of my last video, I was saying that I was going to greatly modify this area over here. And so if we go and we take a look and fly on up here, we look down and I'm going to basically remove this lava part over here and leave it in the rest of the area. And what I want to do is I want to build some structure here. And let's see where I've gotten so far with that. Well, as you see, I've removed all that lava to the left, and what I actually did is I mined it, and that actually left me with a fair amount of obsidian that I can use for other things that I think I alluded to in the previous video. So let's start putting in these trees and see how it looks. So that isn't near enough trees, so I'm going to need to chop them down and then get some saplings and plant some more. So as you see, I filled in a bunch more trees in here, and I put in a bunch of little ones to try to fill it in, but I don't really like the way that it looks. Maybe I'll come in with some moss and try to change that. And then you probably notice there's a bunch of bamboo over here. And why do I need that bamboo? I need that bamboo to make a shulker farm. But before I do a shulker farm, I need to kill the dragon. Anyway, let's see you on the other side. And yeah, I know this thing's looking over my shoulder. And we'll get to that later. So I've just completed my ender farm, and I'll give you a look-see. I've made a few modifications. If you know anything about this type of farm, which I think I've included the original guy and a bunch of other things, I made some slight modifications. You do occasionally still get hit, and then you go floating up. And then when you try to escape it, then these guys will see you on these levels. So I've added some trap doors so that when you climb up, they can't see you anymore, so that you don't constantly get shot at. There's the stack where all the shulkers come down. And what I am thinking of is maybe adding in later a beacon that gives me regeneration in case I hit. And then the other thing you can do is you can put a trapdoor that holds you down if you get hit. And then what I'd like to do, though I don't have it right now, is maybe put in a structure that if I actually do get killed, it collects all my stuff and just sends it down and gets collected here. But now that I've got my shulkers, I can continue on to do other things. And what do you think that I need to do next? I don't think so. So the next thing I actually want to build is a gas farm. And in order to do a gas farm, I need some wither roses. And so I'm going to have to breed me up some chickens. Well, that looks like a decent amount. Not as much as I wanted, but it'll do for now. So here we have my patented dual farm setup, where on one side I have a gas farm, and on the other side I have a pork farm, and all you got to do is find a border between the biomes that's somewhat straight. So let's see what's up next on the agenda. What do you think? I don't think so. I'll kind of hunt for, what? Look here. I got some obsidian. I wonder what I could do with that. So here we are down at the base, and I have something very sad to admit. When I built the platform, I built it one block too high, and so when I first came down here, all the Endermen were dying when they hit the platform. So I had to, it's gonna get really loud. There they go. So I had to move the bottom up a block to make everything work. And of course that isn't on the time lapse, but you know, who cares? Anyway, let's turn it back on. Oh, that's really loud. Let's back up over here and get away from that. Now that I'm done with this thing, what should we do next? I don't think so. I'm gonna put these ender pearls away. The end. You know what? I know what I can do in the end. Procrastination is the place that I don't want to really face. It reminds me of about being a person who likes seeing landscapes waiting on the side while I farm blocks as I hide from doing what I said I'd do. Sorry, but I have no clue. Why do I have to be like this? It makes me feel like, why do I have to sing a song that's not where creativeness belongs? Procrastination is the place that I don't want to really face. It reminds me of about being a person who likes seeing
1, 2, 3, 4.
landscapes waiting on the side while I farm blocks as I hide from doing what I said I'd do. Sorry, but I have no clue. So that was my wonderful torch farm, of which I got, let's look, 114 torches. So, this is Yo Soy Bimbo Bob saying, don't be like me, like and subscribe.